minuto na bakbakan na lang ang nalalabi dito sa Final Four. It is Beda versus Perpetual. Lamang ang mga bedista kontra sa Perpetualites 56-44. Don Rojas kasama si Coach Mix Bustos. And we also have Sarah Carlos to complete our broadcast team on this Tuesday. Kapos ang unang tira ng Red Lions. Ito na ang pagkakataon ng Perpetualites na makabawi.
Well, Coach Jamaica Rin sticking to this great half-court zone defense. Nabukas doon sa gitna si Darren Sigontico. And I think it's a modification of a 3-2 or a 1-2-2 zone defense. Kaya talagang suffocated, nakaka-recover kaagad sa mga wings and corners itong depensa ng San Beda.
Oftana. Nakalusot! Just couldn't put it down. But one thrust being shown by Coach Jamaica Rin starting itong si Calvin Oftana dito sa fourth quarter.
Well, of course, Anton, who wouldn't start Calvin Oftana with that big buckets and big energy na pinrovide niya para sa kanyang kupunan?
Sigontico for three. Kapos. And that's a foul on Gab Dagangon. You know, quietly, Gab Dagangon has scored 9 points. But that's a problem. He has scored those 9 points quietly.
And off of that, Anton, with a Gab Dagangon sa 9 quiet points because he's getting the ball more often compared to Bright Acueti down low. And I think now is the time for Bright, you know, just to stay aggressive. Go off book if you can because you have to provide that spark na kinakailangan mo sa opensa.
Box for three. Mr. Fourth Quarter is back.
Just no words, Anton, for the offense of San Beda right now. Napakaganda ng kanilang ine-execute. And Anton, ang ganda nga nung sinabi ni Coach Damay kanina, this team is not built to be, you know, selfish. You know, really playing selfless basketball. Ito nga San Beda Red Lions.
Acueti with a putback. And in contrast to that, sinabi naman ni Coach Nick Omorombe, to win this game, they have to play as a unit, they have to play hard, they have to stay aggressive, and want it more.
It's just a battle of who wants it more.
Devon Potts, the most dangerous man in the fourth quarter here in the NCAA.
And showing us, Anton, that Devon really wants it more than ever. Alam mo, wala na to sa stats, wala na to sa plays, wala na to sa skills. It's just all about heart. Who really wants it more? Who wants it bad to make it to the finals?
Pido, linabas dito kay Coronel. Kapos, Soberano with the rebound.
13 points, still a manageable lead para dito sa San Beda.
Perpetual has not made a three-point shot since the first quarter mix. Here comes Potts, dinoble team. Binigay ang bola dito kay Mocon, pinasa sa loob. Nunu Noah with the left hand.
Walang takot si Nunu Noah kahit si Bright Acueti yung nandun. Talagang going strong towards that basket.
Chance of defense here inside the Mall of Asia Arena. Wala pa rin. Noah to Potts. And Devon Potts with 7 big points here in the fourth quarter. Devon Anthony Buendia Potts. His grandfather Larry Potts passed away recently. And this is all for him right now. Devon Potts, his first year in the NCAA, and he wants a taste of the finals. Lamang ang mga bedista. Their biggest lead of the game, 65-48. Magbabalik po ang NCAA Season 92. A 9-4 blast for the Red Lions to start the fourth, and 7 out of those 9 points nanggaling kay Devon Potts. This was the only basket aside from the baskets mula kay Devon Potts, and it was an impactful one mula kay Nunu Noah.
And what a selfless second half para dito sa San Beda. Just really ang daming extra passes nun. And that's why they're credited with those great baskets because they're not forcing the issue. They just look for the right guy and eventually nahuhulog lang, falling into place para dito sa Red Lions.
I'll tell you what, from the three-point line, Perpetual is 0 for 12 From the second quarter up to this quarter, 0 for 12 from beyond the arc.
Well, you know, that zone defense, that half-court zone defense, talagang check na check yung mga wings and corners, yung mga three-point spots na pwedeng pagkulugan ng Perpetual. And I think that's really a big impact kung bakit 0 of 12 since the first quarter or the first half dito ang Perpetual Health.
Balikan muna natin si Sarah Carlos. Sarah?
Alam nyo, Anton, may sakikinig ako sa huddle ng Perpetual Health Alta na talagang sobrang kalmado pa rin sila kahit aminin naman natin na malaki ang lamang ngayon ng San Beda dahil sa kanila. Sinasabi ni Assistant Coach Nick sa team na alisin ang lahat ng noise na naririnig nila and to just focus on the game. And sinasabi niya that there is no pressure right now. All that they have to do is to give it their all. Back to you, Anton and Mix.
You're looking at Nosa Nicolas Omorokbe. That's the full name of the consultant of Perpetual, Nick Omorokbe. As we mentioned earlier, dating Mythical 5 member, 2 taon naglaro dito sa NCAA bilang student, foreign athlete. But in those 2 years, they were eliminated by the Red Lions in the Final Four. And if things don't escalate quickly para sa kanyang kumanan, he will experience another form of heartbreak as a coach.
Well, right now it's not the time to wave the white flag, as I mentioned earlier, because they just provide that provide that energy of their defense. As again, the Von Potts, they have to do a better job on that.
9 points in the fourth quarter for the Von Potts. Dagamon coming off that career high 27 points, finally breaking into double digits itong si Gab Dagamon. Sara dinabas ang bola, Soberano for 3. Nunu Noah with the offensive rebound. A steal by Pido, hinahanap si Ilagan, stolen away by JV Mocon at tinawagan ng foul si GJ Ilagan.
Well, good intentions there by Keith Pido rather. Kaso nahuli lang, naunahan rather ni JV Mocon yung pasa doon kaya nakuha na yung steal. And Perpetual Health, you know, really having a hard time to get, you know, a substantial momentum para kahit paano maibaba itong kalamangan ng San Beda.
9 out of the 16 points of Potts na galing dito sa fourth quarter. 68-54. The Red Lions hoping to set up a matchup kontra sa Arellano Chiefs sa finals. Noah nabitawan ng bola, Mocon fouled by Dagamon. Frustrating.
Anton, San Beda has been extra aggressive on the offensive rebounds. And they really outmatched yung energy nila kumpara mo sa Perpetual Health. Kaya nakakukuha nila yung second chance points.
And this is the biggest lead now here in the fourth quarter para sa Red Lions. And look at the tally pagdating sa rebounding para kay JV Mocon, Mix.
Well, he's just been quiet on offense pero binabawi na sa kanyang hustle and effort. Already, alam mo, hindi ko nga namalayan na 14 rebounds na pala. Ito nga si JV Mocon.
Dagamon knocks down a triple from the corner. And that was the first triple for Perpetual since the first quarter.
13-point game. For Perpetual Health, they just have to double their effort in terms of defense and run. They have to run to be able to get points in.
Bollick with an offensive rebound and Dan Sara wisely milking the clock. The graduating team captain. Nakita si Mocon. Tapos, rebound Dagamon. Dagamon fouled by Bollick.
That's the only first team foul, Anton, of San Beda. Right now, they have to execute right away on offense. But for San Beda right now, since nakatres si Gab Dagamon, they have to extra check, you know, his 3-point spots para maiwanan siya ng maka 3 points.
Pido. Ginamit ang screen ni Ese. Pido umikot. Tumira. Traveling ang tinawag dito kay Keith Pido. Tatlong minuto at 11 segundo na lang ang natitira dito sa fourth quarter. San Beda hoping to set up a rematch kontra sa Arellano University sa finals. The two teams faced off in that department or that stage of the tournament 2 years ago. Devon Potts from the corner. And another offensive rebound para sa Red Lions.
Well, itong pumapatay andun sa Perpetual Help ang offensive rebounds ng San Beda.
And that is a huge shot right there by the Red Lions as Devon Potts found JV Mocon underneath.
Well, itong last game, San Beda had 21 offensive rebounds kumpara mo lamang sa 7 ng Perpetual Help. Pero ngayon, San Beda though has only 14 kumpara mo sa 21 ng Perpetual Help, pero mas bumabawi dito ang San Beda with 12 second chance points.
Perpetual has to do something real quick. And Ben Adamos, what a huge game on the defensive end para sa kanya, Migs.
And true enough, he's holding the fort really well as of yet itong si Ben Adamos. Hindi pinaporma si Brian Acueti, mas hindi na pinaporma itong si Prince Eze. Now, even though Ben Adamos only has 5 points, but to go with that, he has 4 big blocks.
At eto na naman siya, Ben Adamos. You mentioned it during our pregame discussion. Kailangan niya pahirapan yung dalawang foreign players ng Perpetual, and he did just that. And for the first time, there won't be a foreign center for Perpetual in this game. And GJ Ilagan already feeling the heartbreak all over again. As we mentioned earlier, dalawang beses na niyang naranasan patalo sa Red Lions sa Final Four. And this is going to be the third time. It looks like they're waving the white flag here. As we see Chito Loizaga, who was our guest legend athlete during the opening ceremonies.
Right now, Anton with a 16-point lead. Make that 17 by San Beda. Looks like the coaching staff of Perpetual. I think, yun nga, waving the white flag. First time in this ball game that they won't have a foreign player in.
Perpetual only has one graduating player on the team, si Gerald Dizon, who's in the game for the first time wearing jersey number 5. Siya lang po ang graduating sa kupunan ni Coach Jimwell Gikan. Gab Dagangon is only in his 3rd year. He has 2 more playing years remaining. GJ Ilagan, he has 1 more playing year left next year as we enter the final 2 minutes of this game. Perpetual fought valiantly, Migs. They had a good start. The problem was, after shooting 4 out of 6 from the 3-point line sa first quarter, they missed their next 12 attempts from beyond the arc.
Well, I think, as much as talagang nahirapan kasi si Bright Acueti na makakuha ng bola sa poste, they were forced to take outside shots itong Perpetual Help. And I think when that they're going miss after miss, talagang hindi na sila pinala doon around that area. And capitalizing off those mistakes, itong opportunista, itong San Beda talagang, they made great defenses. They run as much as they could, proving to us that they're the #1 fast-breaking team dito sa ating liga. And that was the story. Their defense turning into offense para dito sa Red Lions.
And Bright Acueti, the number 3 scorer in the NCAA, averaging 18.4 points per game. A nightmare of a Final Four matchup today, just 8 points for Akweti. Gab Dagangon, sinabi niya sa kanyang best friend at kuya na si Scott Thompson, itutuloy namin yung sinimulan mo. They gave it their best effort, but the Red Lions proving to be just too much for them here in the Final Four.
Well, I think, Anton, Perpetual Health was really exceeding expectations. Coming into season 92, nobody expected them, to make it to the Final Four, especially with the exit of Scotty Thompson. And then you only had Brett Akweti right there to really provide that offense. Pero, nag-step up Gab Dagangon. He had really great games, double-double digits, double-double averages rather. Darius Contigo peaking at the right time ng second round. Jack Howe, providing that spark off the bench. Keith Beda, talagang providing wonders para sa depensa ng Perpetual Health. They made it to the Final Four and eventually beating San Beda in that first game. Perpetual Health really doesn't, wala silang dapat ikahiya dito sa campaign nila dito sa season 92.
This is their second best campaign ever sa kasaysayan ng NCAA since joining the league in 1984, one game short of making it to the finals. Again, the only time they made it to the finals was way back in 2004. Guys like Kiel Misa, Vladimir Joe, Noy Javier, Marcel Cuenco, Fritz Bauzon was a rookie during that time. Those names, those guys made it to the finals, pero natalo sila sa PCU, former member of the NCAA, Philippine Christian University, who had the first ever rookie MVP na si Gabi Espinas. But the Perpetual Lights will have to salute this team and hope for a better season next year. But as you mentioned, Mix, they overachieved. Nothing to be ashamed of for the Altas dito sa season 92 ng NCAA.
But of course, they beat teams. They beat Arellano, by 14 points in the second round. They had big games. They beat JRU. They beat Letran. They beat everybody in this league. And syempre for not so much marquee players or high, yung medyo hype players para dito sa Perpetual Health, talagang they just played as a team, played as a unit. But credits, for the five-time defending champions San Beda Red Lions, talagang proving to us why they are one of the best teams, arguably the best ball club dito sa NCAA.
The Red Lions on the verge of making it to the NCAA finals for the 11th straight year. The flag has been brought out here at the Mall of Asia Arena sa lungsod ng Pasay. At nakabang na ang Arellano University, Mix.
Well, also to Coach Jamai Karin coaching this team for the second year round. He had guys last year like Amer, De La Cruz, and Adiogun. Pero ngayon, talagang medyo mas bagito, mas bata-bata yung kanyang mga players. Pero syempre, with that experience, that winning tradition na binibigay ng San Beda, not really, they don't really have a super veteran player. Only I think Dan Sarbet, I think the rest, first time player, the Monpods. JV Mocon in his third year, Raj Tong on his third year. Talagang Coach Jamai Karin brings is a winning tradition and winning mentality dito sa koponan ng San Beda Red Lions.
Coach Jamai Karin started coaching in 1996 for a girls varsity team in the Montessori School in Commonwealth. And then in 1998, he coached the Ateneo Blue Eaglets for 13 years and won 8 championships. And now he's coaching his alma mater. He's got unfinished business. He wants to win a championship for them. Gerald Dizon takes the final shot of his collegiate career. Gets a hug from Rick Gallardo. And it is official. The San Beda College Red Lions are back in the NCAA Finals for the 11th straight year.
11 years that they've been number one in the eliminations, and 11 years also that they've made it to the finals. Itong kupunan ng San Beda.
Final score, San Beda 78, Perpetual 63. We will be back to put the finishing touches on this win by the Red Lions sa aming pagbabalik dito sa SND. Ating huling bakbakan dito sa Final Four kung saan nagtagumpay ang host school ng NCAA Season 92, San Beda College, once again eliminating the University of Perpetual Health System Dalta in the Final Four. The final score, 78-63. This is the fourth time in 5 years na na-eliminate ng number 1 ranked San Beda ang number 4 ranked Perpetual sa Final Four.
Well, you know, San Beda, give credit to them. They've been really a winning ball club, showing to us why they're number 1. Only, you know, with semi-experienced players with Dan Sara, Robert Bolick, and JV Mocon, but the rest, they played as a unit. They played selfless. You know, they learned their lessons from the first encounter, and right now, what a great adjustment by Coach Jamay Karin para again to once enter the finals dito sa ating NCAA.
Yun nga nakasulat Mig sa whiteboard ni Coach Jamay Karin. This team was built to be selfless, and like you said, they played selfless basketball upang makarating sa finals.
But you know, big games mula dito kay Robert Bolick. Even though he didn't score in the second half, he scored 14 points, but he was the reason why, you know, nagkaroon ng run and created that separation to get para maging lamado itong San Beda. But Devon Potts, Mr. Fourth Quarter, scoring 16 points and 3 rebounds. Credit JV Mocon also, 12 silent points but 15 big boards para sa kanyang kupunan. And the AC Soberano, even though he didn't really make 3-point baskets, but he provided timely shots para to maintain that momentum para dito sa San Beda.
Devon Potts, Mr. Fourth Quarter himself, 9 of his 16 points na itala sa pinaka-importanting quarter ng ating laban, and he is at courtside right now with Sarah Carlos.
Alright, and so Davon, you guys are finally in the finals. So, okay, how prepared do you think is the team against Aureliano?
Very prepared. I mean, going into the first game, actually, it was actually a blessing in disguise that we lost. I mean, I don't want to say that in a bad way, but it brought us closest together. You know, we bonded, and we knew that we had to sacrifice everything that we could, put our egos to the side, and come up with the win today.
Would you care to elaborate on what kind of bonding that you guys went through because you guys had to do a second game against Perpetual Health?
We wanted to go bowling. I mean, this is the little stuff. We went to go eat dinner, and we just basically talked. I mean, we just bonded because I mean, it's just we needed to come together, and you know, that was just part of the plan, and that's just what we needed to do.
Okay, would you say that you guys are already prepared to go up against Aureliano, or what kind of preparation do you guys still have to do?
We're prepared, but just like Aureliano, they have great players. They have great players, and we have to be prepared for them as well. I mean, the top 2 teams, are not here for a reason. I mean, we're here to compete, and we're here to do whatever we can to finish the win.
All right, I believe our panel has a couple of questions. How about you, Anton and Migs?
Hi, Devon. Mix here. Devon, as much as Perpetual helped the last game, you know, they had a big first half also, a big first quarter. But right now, you know, when Robert Bolick really made that run, he made 8 straight points. Coming into the halftime, what were you guys thinking? You know, with that momentum, what did you guys have to do, you know, to maintain that run?
Good question. We in halftime, we just said we need to finish the game. I mean, there was just countless times where we got too complacent, and we said we need to finish the game. This is a do or die game. I mean, you have to go all out. You have to leave everything on the floor. And if we lose or we win, but we gave our hearts out today. We dove on the floor. We gave everything that we had to go into the finals.
All right. Anton, you have any more questions?
Yeah, Devon, you told me about your grandfather, Larry, who passed away recently. How good does this feel for you to come up with a win for him?
You know, honestly, it's a blessing. I mean, you know, without God, anything wouldn't be possible. I said that countless times. And God has a plan for all of us. I mean, without my teammates supporting me, without the San Beda community, without my family, none of this will be possible. I mean, this is just a big thing for me, and I'm mentally strong, and I pushed through it, and we got the win today, and that's all that matters. You know, rest in peace to my grandfather, and I know he's watching down on me, and he's proud of me. I love you very much, grandfather.
All right, last but not the least, do you want to greet anyone?
I want to greet my family back home. I know they're probably going to watch the replay because it's too late. It's probably 2 or 3 in the morning right now. But
I think they got that on DVR, Devon. Yeah.
I want to greet my family back home. I want to thank the San Beda community. But without my teammates, I am a selfless person. I'm unselfish. Without my teammates, none of this will be possible. I mean, it's just, you know, we all stuck together, and without them, this wouldn't happen, and we got the win today.
All right, thank you so much for your time, Davon. Okay, back to you guys, Anton and Mix.
Thank you very much, Sarah, and congratulations
Yeah, you really have to go
Devon and the entire San Beda community back in the finals for the 11th straight year.
Well, right now, Anton, it's gonna be, you know, a dog fight. It's gonna be a street fight between San Beda and Arellano. Even though San Beda won 3 times, Anton, kontra Arellano this season 92 and won big ones nung kanilang huling dalawang laro. But for sure, Coach Jerry, the bus driver Gio Alalon will really, you know, bring something different to their sleeves, and for sure, come finals, magiging it's gonna be one hell of a classic series.
Tanong ko lang, Mix,
Yeah.
kung dogfight, street fight to, sino ba si Rocky at sino ba si Apollo?
Nako, mahirap pa. Kasi nung Rocky 1, panalo si Apollo.
Okay.
Oh, tapos in the future, si Rocky. Pero syempre, you know, either or, pwede mo rin tong gawing Ali Frazier. Pwede mo rin tong gawing Mayweather o kaya Pacquiao. But for sure, these big guns, Arellano, led by Gio Halalon, San Beda, led by Devon Pat, is gonna be one hell of a classic series.
And it's going to happen 2 days from now. So
Yes.
isang araw lang ang oras ng pag-ensayo ng mga bedista. The #1 ranked team at the end of the elimination round, and that will happen right back here at the Mall of Asia Arena sa lungsod ng Pasay once again October 6 on Thursday na po. So, maraming salamat muli sa lahat ng mga nanood sa ating knockout game sa Final Four. San Beda eliminates Perpetual to reach the finals of the NCAA. Sa ngalan ni Direk Abed Ramos, Sara Carlos, Mix Bustos, ako po ang inyong lingkod, Anton Roas, nagsasabing magkita-kita tayo sa finals ng NCAA Season 92. 10 kulay, isang laban.